Danny, I got in. Hi.
Yeah, you got in. For some reason, I will say this is odd. All of a sudden, my phone just has call waiting working again, I had turned it off a long time ago, and now it's
Hey,
back. Anyways, who am I speaking with?
Charlie from
Char-
Florida.
Charlie from Florida. How you doing, pal?
I got a conspiracy theory for
Let's
you.
hear it, Charlie from Florida.
All right. Do you like nuclear energy?
I do like nuclear energy. I think it could be the future.
Now, what if I told you that our power problems had been solved and it was just all this coal power and fusion? It's all bullshit compared to what we have actually already created in the 70s.
Yeah, I think I know that. I think everybody knows that, don't they? Isn't like the issue just everybody's worried about like the risk of a nuclear meltdown? Like, isn't that the reason why nuclear is such an issue? Because we're issue with people is they're like, well, what happens if we have like
Um,
another Fukushima or Chernobyl or any of that stuff? Even though
so
that stuff is pretty rare.
this is, well, not to mention it's pretty rare. And we have actually created a type of reactor that solves all these
When
nuclear
you
meltdown
say
problems.
we,
Uh,
who's we? You?
the U.S.
U.S. Okay. I was hoping I was talking to some sort of like basement nuclear scientist.
I was a chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear specialist.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh,
So
very cool.
I know a little bit about
Yeah,
it.
it's, you know what's up. All right.
I don't work on them though.
Yeah, you don't work on
Uh,
them, but I mean, you could probably talk about them at a fairly high level.
So we created something in the basement of UT College in the 1970s called a fluoride thorium nuclear reactor,
A fluoride thorium.
or just a thorium nuclear reactor.
Okay.
So the thing about thorium is that it's a nuclear fuel similar to uranium, but the problem is early on in the development of nuclear energy fuels, uranium won out because it makes bombs,
Okay.
nuclear bombs,
Yeah.
the fissile products of it. Thorium does not do this, but the actual reactors that it makes are low pressure, can literally power the U.S. for the next 1,000 years. We have pure thorium reserves just sitting and waiting, and the spent fissile material is only harmful to humankind for like, I don't know, it's 100 or 500 years, something like that.
Do you know where a large portion of the world's thorium comes from?
I want to say it's China and other
China.
places.
Yeah. But isn't that same with uranium and all that stuff as well?
Yeah, a lot of stuff
That's just like a
comes from everywhere.
Yeah. But so thorium cannot be weaponized. So this would essentially
Yeah.
solve the issue of everybody worried. So why don't they use it then?
So our current breeder technology that we uses the deuterium water, and I may have mispronounced that, but yeah, it starts with a D. Deuterium water is heavy water, aka,
Yeah.
and we produce power through boiling with that. Now with molten salt reactors, they are incapable of melting down, because once the reaction stops, it goes cold and solidifies.
Okay.
Therefore, inherently safe.
Yeah. Interesting.
So, even though it's all true, the conspiracy is that since thorium didn't make bombs, we handicapped ourselves for no reason at all.
Right, because they only want the ones that make bombs.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
So power problems are solved.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That is crazy that I mean, they wouldn't even try to now when there's a real energy problem. Like, there wouldn't even be talk about this. I imagine, like, how long does it take to get stuff like this online, though? Like, if you start, like, a decade?
I can go into a speculation mode here, but
Sure. This whole show is speculation mode.
So the next Nuclear Exchange Commission, the NEC, meets in 2030. So the rules on, creating nuclear reactors, spinning these sorts of things up are heavily restricted, heavily tight. money problems, this and that.
Yeah.
But the big thing is the actual rules can't even be changed until 2030.
Oh, so they can't
So,
even entertain
so,
this idea until 2030.
I imagine that we have all sorts of shit in the pipeline, but until the meeting commences,
Not no dice.
no dice. So,
Interesting. Yeah, the
yeah,
nuclear one, I mean, I always understood the reason why certain people are like averse to it because of the tail. I
yeah,
guess
I'd say,
the long tail risk, I guess, but
yeah, I'd say look up the thorium reactor in UT,
yeah.
and that'll tell you everything you need to know.
Cool. I'll check it
That
out.
that was built in the 1970s.
Maybe on the after show we'll watch a video about UT as in University of Texas.
Yes,
Okay, cool. I'll make a note of that. Cool. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate it.
no problem.
Bye bye.
Love you, Danny.
Bye.